Databases have supertype and subtype entities. A subtype entity is a subset of another set of entity instances called the supertype entity. For example, cars are a subset of vehicles, so car is a subtype entity of the vehicle supertype entity. When creating an ER diagram, place the subtype entities within the box for the supertype. It's also possible for several subtypes to belong to one supertype. All the attributes of each subtype are also attributes of the subtype, but not the other subtypes within the supertype. It's called an IsA relationship when the subtype entities depend on the supertype. For example, car is a vehicle, and a gas grill is a barbecue grill. You can represent an IsA relationship in an ER diagram by drawing an arrow from the subtype to the supertype, or just place the subtype box inside the supertype box like we did in this example on the right. Similar entities are entities that share common attributes and relationships. Both supertype and subtype entities are considered similar entities. A supertype's entities partition is a group of mutually exclusive subtype entities which do not share common instances. For example, musician and painter are mutually exclusive subsets of artist. Each of the partitions correspond to a partition attribute of the supertype entity. The partition attribute indicates which subtype entity each instance belongs to. For example, salary is a partition attribute of the artist supertype entity. And the code M indicates that the artist is a musician, and the code P indicates that the student is a painter. A supertype entity can have many 1 or 0 partitions. In the diagram on the bottom, we have a class called sports card, and sports card has 2 partitions, the sports type and the brand. Hockey, basketball, baseball, and football partition sports card type. Sports card type is the partition attribute, and another partition on the card is the brand, such as Topps, Fleer, or Upper Deck. When designing a database, creating supertype and subtype entities are done at the end of the analysis step. So you first discover all the entities, relationships, and attributes, then determine the cardinality, then determine the independent and dependent entities, and then you create all supertype and subtype entities.